Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of LEGO Star Wars Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about the Clone AT-AP Walker. And as always, let's start out with the minifigures. So right here we have the Kashyyyk Battle Droid. I like it because of its green prints and how kind of detailed it is and how simple it is in the same way. Because it's the same mold of the Battle Droid, just with different printing that just changes the entire thing. This set comes with two of those guys. Here is Clone Commander Gree, the commanding officer of the 41st Legion. His legion specializes inside forest operations, and they mainly defend and do stuff with Kashyyyk and fund the Wookiee sometimes too. I like his green visor that he has. It just kind of completes the minifigure. He has like a survival pack looking thing on his back for his prints. The front part too, I really like it because you can see that little, like it's down this way, down that way, like that kinda. And you guys can see that. Tell me if you like it inside the comments, because I really do like it. He comes with a regular blaster, but I usually give him, if I remember using him, really, give him this one, or even Han Solo's DL-44, that's a nice one. Um, so tell me inside the comments which one you like best. Do you like him with the DL-44? Like that? You like him with his with his heavy blaster, I mean? Or do you like him with his regular default blaster? Just tell me inside the comments, and I'll heart the comment that which I agree with. So, and with Gree, he's got to have someone to help him out. Here we have a regular Kashyyyk clone trooper. I really like this guy because of how accurate he is. You see the side of his helmet, you can see some of the camouflage, both sides of the helmet. On the back, it's not much on the back. His printing for his torso is really nice. He's got knee plates. Same thing with the other clone trooper. A little bit less visible for Gree, but not too much of a problem. He also has the same blaster as Gree, but you could also call the gun that I gave Gree a heavy blaster, or you could call it a sniper, and I'm going to call this one a sniper inside this case. Except if I would put on, like, even a small little attachment, even like this, a little lightsaber hilt, that looks like a sniper, and you can't really deny it. So, there's that. He he normally just comes with his regular default blaster, but otherwise he's really nice. I like the mouthpiece. He's my favorite character inside this set, and he reminds me a lot of the clone troopers, not clone troopers, scout troopers of the Empire. I mean, this is probably like exactly what the Empire got him off of, the clone troopers of, because Endor and Kashyyyk are very similar for the forest, and scout troopers come for Endor, while these guys, which are basically like the same model as scout troopers, go to Kashyyyk. So I'm not sure if it's just forest operations for the scout trooper looking armor, but who knows. And our final character will be Chewbacca. I really like him because of his. It's a regular crossbow, but they make it. It's like the same crossbow as like every single other set, but just with it being a different color, like the darker gray, and with Chewbacca just holding it, you can't call it not his. So it looks a lot like his bowcaster from the movies. He This is the detailed version, not from like the 2006 sets, say, where it's just like a light brown. This is a darker brown, and his legs have prints, and his head has some prints. He has different shades of fur, and his bandolier goes all the way to his back, which is really nice and detailed. So, with all that, let's get to the main part of the set. It it's really nice because I like how there's like this entire thing opens up, which there's like a little command center area in there. There's this hatch right here that opens up if you want to like slide things in while the command people are in there. There's all these blasters move around. If you move this tiny little knob here, you can move this top one around. This one I don't think you can move around too much because this thing, if I were to take off this main cannon that can move, I could pull this thing up, and if this thing would move, then I would break the hinges that may allow this thing to open up. So that's nice. Comes with a spring-loaded shooter, which I really like because I feel like that's like the most superior type of like ranged, say, actual shooting Lego thing that you can put on your vehicles or even just mount it to the ground as a little cannon or turret. It it's just really nice. I like it because of its range for it being literally a piece of plastic. It can shoot far for a piece of plastic, I will say that. It it's a green one, which I don't know if that because I remember always like inside the Clone Wars, clones or their vehicles would almost always either have blue lasers or sometimes red, very rarely red, but also green, which I remember the ARC fighters had green and the AT-AP walkers have green. And I'm glad that this is accurate because, as you may see, this is a green spring-loaded shooter ammo. And, well, it's really nice because I don't, like, if you look at my Jedi Starfighter review, if I can get this back in there. Nope, can't. So as you guys know, I do not like the stud cannons. Like some people might like them a lot. I'm fine with that. I personally do not like them because they're inaccurate. They don't go too far. If you actually play with Legos, they're not very helpful for anything. And that's really it for that. Let me see if I can get this in here so I can. There. So, yeah, this thing can shoot, as you may know. Goes pretty fast for a piece of plastic, as I was saying before. It's got nice range for a piece of plastic, as I said before. And I really wish they had like flick fire missiles or even just another spring loaded cannon for this. This is like the siege cannon. This is their main one that they would use to like blow up the AATs that the droids use. So this one, if there's nothing for it to really shoot because that's just regular, it'd shoot like little fast bursts of laser fire, but that's really it. Um, Overall, I really like it. I'll show you guys the inside of the set. If you can see, try to put it up to the camera. See, there's like, if you look really closely, you might see that it's kind of like an aiming system, aiming at a droid gunship. There's 2 seats in there, so 2 minifigures can fit in there. But the thing is, the thing that'll lower this thing's rating for me almost substantially is that it it doesn't have enough clones to fit the AT-AP. Like there could be 2 clones in here manning this thing and making it move. You don't really have to have them in there, but if you want to have it realistically, you would have them in there. You'd have them in there and the thing would move. But who's going to man the cannon? I guess you could say Chewbacca would go in there, or Chewbacca would go in here. But he's like 7.5 feet tall. I don't think Wookiees should be operating high-powered cannons like that. Yeah, they do have like those gunship things, but I feel like this is more of a clone thing than a Wookiee thing. So, I mean, if you do have like people like this, I have this regular Clone Trooper Phase 1 helmet. It's a regular guy, but I just put him in here, let him sit up here, but it's just doesn't really fit with the Kashyyyk theme. So, that's one downside to it. And it's not super. I really like the set, but the thing that brings down the rating is that there's not enough characters. If they would just have one more little Kashyyyk recon trooper like this guy, Just put them in here, put them here, and we'd be all fine. But can't exactly do that right now because this is the third. I think it might be the third installment. I think there's one set the 2000s, one 2016. I think this is 2019, which I find to be a good price for being a fairly new Lego set. And this might be 2018. I don't know, but it has a fairly good price because it was $60 for it being almost 700 pieces. It's a good deal for me. So there's like the X-wing Luke's. It's like 720, but that's $80. That's $20 more in this thing, which I guess it's more iconic. There's no one really that many people know that are big inside the Star Wars universe that are known for having an AT-AP. I mean, if you do know anybody, put them inside the comments, but otherwise, I don't really know many. But that's really going to end it here. Overall, I'd give it a 7 out of 10 because of the character issue, but with all that, I'll see you in the next one.